is mathematics and sustainability. And we are twice excited that today, on the first day of our 10 days long activities, we're hosting you, our young scholars, the people who in the future, I believe, will join the team best out of the best students at Baltimore City Community College. We're hosting today kids from East Baltimore Community School, elementary school, but they are very special because all of them are on the robotic team. And their robotic club exists only for 1 year, but they already met the state requirements. They went to the state competition. Then please, everyone, welcome our young robotic geniuses. The first day of our Math Awareness Week, we will start from the Sudoku competition. Then, very briefly, I would like to familiarize you with activities that are coming. On Friday, we will host kids from Baltimore City high schools, 65 of them, who will come and join us in presentation by our STEM scholars. Next Wednesday, we will have the poster presentation. And as of now, I already have 37 teams registered for the poster presentation. What is special today? Who can tell me what is very special besides the traditional Sudoku competition? What is very special? What can you see on my desk, guys? What can you see? What? Robot. It's a smart guy who also doesn't want to sit in his box. He wants to compete together with us. And we will see the first time in the history of our college who can complete the Sudoku competition faster, Robot or our students. I do know that these kids from East Baltimore Community School came with a special presentation. And they also brought their friend. And their friend is sitting in this gray box. Let's please welcome your friend. And I would like to invite to the microphone one of our former STEM students, who is still a student at UMBC, but a leader, a person in Baltimore City community to help young students to get accustomed to science, engineering, technology. Brittany Young, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I had the pleasure of being East Baltimore Community Schools regional coordinator for the YMCA, and that's basically where our journey first started with Mr. DePille and Ms. Hayes, and of course, like the wonderful students. And as they present, I'm just going to show like their slides. They got to meet Elijah Cummins. They were the youngest and one of the first and only Baltimore City schools, along with the one school who's also regional coordinator that to go to the Maryland qualifier, which was the first time in like history. So I've just been helping them on their journey because they'll be future engineers like myself. And I'm just happy for them. So whenever y'all ready, y'all come to the front too. Y'all present your work. Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
Hello, our names are Jalen, Christian, Jeremiah, Sanaya, Isaiah, and Darren. And Turbo. We are presenting our robot and us to show you that
It doesn't matter what age you are, that you could program or be an engineer whenever you feel or want to. Or you can go out to be a receptionist. We will now present our core values for what we did to help us be as a team and turbo. We're still working on them, but right now we're just gonna put them on. We're just gonna put them on a stall, like to just kind of show you how well he moves and how fast he moves, like in a straight line. We're still working on the programs, and on the picture that was presented when we came in, he was a little smaller because he was in express spot. But after all of our events and everything, we wanted to make him better. So now we modified him into a task spot, and his name is still Turbo because that's an original name that we all came up with together.
We came up with, we programmed, but we got to program the robot together by taking turns. These are our core values. He will always participate. He will not get the answers. He will not always get the answers from our mentors and coaches. We have to learn together. So we came together and we had our ups and downs, but we made it out. And we got to state finals and we did a good job.
Wonderful. And now, before we're going to start our real Sudoku competition, Professor Kay will lead this activity. He has some very special present for all of you. Professor Kay, welcome. Very special present.
Okay, so we'll do the Sudoku competition in a few minutes, but before we do that, I have another special competition that I want to do real quick. Anybody know what this is? Rubik's Cube. Is anybody good at solving these?
No.
I am.
Yeah,
You are?
I have a student over
I
here.
am.
A student over here.
Somewhat.
Play it all the time.
Okay. You think you can beat a robot at Rubik's Cube? Okay, so we're going to have a race. We're going to have a race to see who wins.
Okay, let's
Okay? So I've got my robot here that can solve Rubik's Cubes, and then how fast is it? And we're going to have Jeremiah solve our Rubik's Cube. Okay, and we'll have a little contest here and see what happens. So just give me a moment to set this one up, and we'll see how this goes. Robot's pretty good. We'll see. Okay, let me try to put this one somewhere where we could all see it. Okay. All right, I'll give you a head start while I get the robot set up.
I thought it was him.
Yeah.
What's the time frame?
Don't go far, you might chip in.
I'm not talking. I'm talking to him. I'm talking.
Whoever finishes first.
All right, so hopefully you can see what the robot's doing down here. Right now it's just scanning the cube to see what colors are where. And when it finishes scanning all the colors, it's going to get to work on solving the cube. We'll see how it does.
12:35.
And by the way, it's really good.
I don't know. There it goes.
So the person gets to scan the cube before too?
I'll give him a head start.
What's the corner of it?
ain't done. Don't struggle now.
I don't know, robot's looking pretty close to being done.
You're such a tough assignment as a robot.
I know. I scrambled it up there.
I think they've been struggling. Come on, Jeremiah, it's been a while.
This takes a while. We have to.
All right, looks like the robot's done. Good try, Jeremiah.
How long was it?
Days.
How many? Oh, I didn't keep track. These are 3 to 2 minutes.
It's about 3 minutes.
Every 2 minutes. Next time.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Now we're ready, guys.
3 minutes.
Yes, 3 minutes, thank you.
Oh, you have to do it.
Okay, so now we'll all compete against each other in a Sudoku competition. I don't know how many were familiar with the game that we call Sudoku, but basically you're going to receive a puzzle that consists of a grid that looks like this. And so you can see that this is a 9 by 9 grid, and some of the spaces are filled in with the numbers 1 through 9. Some of the spaces are blank. Your job is going to be to fill in all of those blank spaces with numbers that are 1 through 9. But here's the thing. You have to make sure that every row in the grid contains the numbers 1 through 9 without any repeats. Every column coming down has to contain the numbers 1 through 9 without any repeats. And then each one of these little squares that you see must also contain the numbers 1 through 9 without any repeats. Okay, so you got it? Every row, every column, and every box has to have the numbers 1 through 9. Now you shouldn't have to guess at any of the empty boxes. If you use your logic, you can figure out exactly what number needs to go where. So we'll have a contest here. We'll give everybody a copy of a Sudoku puzzle. We'll keep them face down until we say start. When we say start, we'll flip them over. We'll start to fill in the blanks. We also have a robot that does Sudoku puzzles. Okay? I don't know where it went. So we'll start the robot too, and we'll let the robot play along. I'm not sure how well this robot's going to do. I don't think it's quite as good as the Rubik's Cube robot, but nevertheless, when we're all said and done, we at least have a video of the Sudoku robot doing what it's supposed to. Okay, so at this time we'll distribute the puzzles. Remember, keep them face down until we tell you to start.
I guess we can do it. Maybe you can do that. Yeah, maybe
Well,
do that.
try to fill in the numbers so that the numbers 1 through 9. Pencils or pens. I don't know if we have any extra
face down.
pencils
Just
or
go face
pens.
down.
We can see if we can find
Let me see if there's any more.
So we're trying to make 9 uniforms. I mean, so yeah. So you're trying to get every single number in one box, one box.
Okay, we'll start in about 1 minute. We have to go run and get some pencils for those who might not have them. So while we're waiting for the pencils, let me show you the Sudoku robot on video doing the puzzle. Okay, so you can see the first thing that the robot does is it's going to go up and it's going to scan the puzzle because it has to figure out what boxes are empty and what boxes already have numbers in it. After it figures out what boxes already have numbers in it, it has to go back and figure out what number is in each one of those boxes. So it's going to take a little bit of time here to just scan over the puzzle. You can see the little sensor, the little light that's on the paper there. That's the sensor reading what's on the paper, what's in the puzzle. And once it figures out exactly what is where, just like our Rubik's Cube had to figure out what colors were where first, it's going to take a minute to think, and then it'll go and actually write. There's a pen that is attached to the puzzle. I don't know if you can see that, or a pen that's attached to the robot. I don't know if you can see that in the video or on the one that we have down front here, but there's a pen that will lower down and then actually write the numbers into the missing boxes. So they speed up the video a little bit here for us because otherwise it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. But you can see it's scanning that grid and it's figuring out where numbers are written, where there are empty spaces. I'll sort of move ahead. You can see it's just doing the scanning process, figuring out what numbers are in each of the squares.
Anybody else?
So here in the video we can see that the robot's figured out what number should go where, and then it's just going to proceed to write those numbers in the boxes. So you can see the pen right here writing the numbers that are in each of the boxes. So I'll let that finish running, but we'll go ahead and we'll get started so that we can finish our puzzles, hopefully before our time is up. So when I say go, you're going to flip your puzzle over and you'll start. We should be finishing by about 1:10 or 1:15, so that's going to give you about 25 to 30 minutes to work on this puzzle. So on your marks, get set, go! We have extras, so if you really mess up and need to start over, let us know.
Anybody else have something?
Who needed a pencil? I didn't use the pen. The pen is fine. You're not gonna make any mistakes. Just don't write anything down. That's your problem.
If you finish the puzzle, raise your hand. We'll come by and we'll check to see if you got it right.
You know what? Yeah, maybe I turn the fan back on.
Yeah, we're not going to talk for a while. So.